Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining me. Today we have the Sig P320 AXG Classic. This is a Sig 320 with a metal frame, and it comes out of Sig Custom Gunworks. They do some different things to them. But what I really like about this gun and what drove my attention to this gun to even review it is I'm a sucker for the old classic look, you know, metal frame with the wood style grips. It's got walnut covers on it. They just look super good and have that classic feel. So today we're going to go over some of the features of this gun. We're going to shoot a few rounds through it and tell you our initial impressions of the Sig P320 AXG Classic. I'm going to start in full transparency. I've never been a super fan of Sig P320s. I just never really liked the higher bore axis. They just felt kind of different to me, so I never really shot them much. However, when I got my hands on this AXG Classic with the metal frame, it just feels completely different to me. It's got, you know, the X carries have the same type of undercut, so it's got that same feel, but the metal frame just feels really good in your hand. And then on top of that, it's got this classic look that I'm a fan of. They do make this in other versions that have more of tactical looks to them, but I just like the old school looks to these guns. So just like the other 320s, and the X carry has a 3.9-inch barrel and comes with 3 17-round magazines. So that's kind of nice in a world where most guns come with 2 magazines. I kind of think 3 magazines is kind of the standard, or what it should be. So them coming with 3 mags is a big plus for me. It comes with Sig X-ray green night sights, which if you watch my videos, I'm a super fan of these sights. They've always been great. So that's the same as you would expect. It does come optic cut and ready for an optic. I have not put one on this gun yet, but if I do, I'll probably put a Holosun or something on it. The mag release is swappable, so I'm left-handed, so I got it swapped there. The slide release is ambidextrous as well, which is super nice and just makes it easy for everybody to shoot, whether you're right or left-handed. It's got a full Picatinny front rail on it, just like the other Sig 320s. But like I said, what really drives this gun apart is the trigger and the metal frame. The metal frame has this nice undercut and finger indent right there, and it's got enough texture on it where it's not obnoxious by any means, but it allows you to have a good grip of the gun. The trigger on it is just a curved trigger, which I'm a fan of flat triggers, so I wish they would have done that. However, the trigger pull and feel is amazing. You got just barely little take up, and then that just crisp wall, and then a super short reset. The trigger is just very, very good, which in all honesty you should expect from a gun in this price range, but it's really good, and they did a good job, and I think it's lived up to that. As far as accuracy and stuff on this gun, we only shot 150 rounds through it. We haven't had a lot of time here recently. We've been super busy in the holster shop, so I shot 150 rounds through it, and that's where a little bit of disappointment came. In the 320s of the past, I've never been a fan of them, but I've never had any reliability issues at all. And granted, to preface this, I took this gun straight out of the box into the range. I didn't clean it and do all that stuff, so that could be a part of it. But out of 150 rounds we put through it, I had 3 failure to ejects. So I just can't, that's hard to wrap my mind around for a gun of this price range, and Sig's never, in the 320s I know, I've never really had that issue. So it was 3 different ammos. The first one was a reman, so I counted it off to that, and then the next one was a Federal, and then the next one was a Blazer. So it's all ammo we shoot all the time and never have issues with. So out of 150 rounds, that's kind of a concern. However, I'm not going to fully write it off. You know, I'm going to clean it and do probably what you should do from the get-go, and clean it out of the box and take it back to the range and see what it does. But I just wanted to bring it up. Like I said, in these videos we give you full transparency, honesty. We have nothing to hide there. Like we talked about, the ergonomics are what really sets this gun apart and what makes me really like it. I'm still not a super fan of the higher bore axis. It takes me a minute to get used to. you know, even like the X macro and stuff where the bore axis is shorter, they're just different shooting. So the target acquisition's different, just different things. But overall it shot really well. Recoil was super nice and manageable. You know, a lot to do with the ergonomics and trigger. It just rests really good in your hand. The accuracy was very good for this size gun. It wasn't anything spectacular or anything way better by any means. I mean, any standard 320 is just as accurate as this one is. So I wouldn't say that's a huge plus for this gun, because a lot of $400 stock guns are just as accurate as what this was, in my opinion. The reliability is really the big thing, but overall, I'm not going to knock the reliability right now. I'm going to clean it and put it through a 1,000 round review, and we'll do another video on that to give you a full breakdown and see if that continues or not. You know, all these guns have a break-in, so we'll just see how that goes. But overall, if you're a Sig fan and like the 320s, this is a huge upgrade in my opinion. It feels way better and just has better shootability, not because of accuracy, but just because of the ergonomics and feel of this metal frame. I think it's a big win and plus. So if you're in the market for a gun like this, I would definitely look into the Sig 320 AXG or the Equinox, or any of those that are in the same ballpark done by the custom works from Sig. I don't think you'll be disappointed. As long as the reliability gets fixed and we work through that and figure out what that was, whether it's cleaning or whatever, I would definitely stand behind this gun for sure. So if you're in the market for one, definitely go check one out. And if you need any holsters, you can always check us out at muddyrivertactical.com. We have holsters for the AXG and hundreds of other guns. So if you need anything, check us out at muddyrivertactical.com. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a great day. If you need anything, definitely reach out. We're always here to help. Until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.